Adventure Races, Tatum Prins and Graham. So if you could each just give us a brief account of who the Merrell Adventure Addicts are and what you each bring to the team as individual athletes.
Okay, well, we're probably, I'd say, definitely a core group of friends. You know, we've all got common interests of just being outdoors and loving being outdoors and pushing ourselves to the limits. And we've come together and formed a team. We came out of a whole lot of other teams that were around, and we formed together in about 2009. And since then, a core group of 4 of us have been racing, and now we've got a couple of others that have started joining us. And I think what I bring to the team, probably a lot of grumpiness. But yeah, I think I generally sort of captain the team, though we don't, you know, when we're out racing, it's always group decisions, but I probably manage and captain a bit more and then navigate. And Tatum, I don't know what she actually brings. We're still yet to figure it out.
I'm apparently the compulsory equipment, but I like to see myself as more of a motivator, a driver in the team. Hopefully when the chips are down, I can sort of be that more maternal person, you know, giving the hug when needed, where the boys generally don't.
What exactly is the appeal of adventure racing that ultimately motivates you to go out there, take on immense distances in the remote wilderness?
Adventure racing pushes you in every possible way, mentally, physically, and I don't think there's anything else like it, hence why we are so attracted to it. It's also for us, you know, we live such a fast-paced life. Every single person out there does, and this is a way of sort of grounding one and really feeding your soul and really just living in the moment. Very seldom do we live in the moment. We're on our phones or elsewhere planning, organizing, and adventure racing is all about the now. It obviously also encompasses so many different sports, which is incredible. You know, I don't think there's anything else like it, let alone the bundu bashing, navigating, and the fact that it's a team. I mean, I can just keep on going. The experiences that we experience. So that's why we're attracted to adventure racing.
Yeah, I think for me it's something that does. It pushes me mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and it teaches me so much about myself and about life. Almost every single race I go into, you come out and you learn new things. You learn that actually anything's possible, and then when you take it back into normal everyday life, when small little things happen or even big things happen, I just feel I respond to them so much better now that adventure racing has just taught me that anything's actually possible. Just relax, take a deep breath, and you'll get out of whatever situation you actually put yourself into.
So there must be many of these, but maybe if each of you could share a nail-biting adventure that you've experienced together as a team.
I'm trying to think of maybe my hardest race, and 2 come to mind. One in Scotland where the weather was so adverse, it rained literally for 7 days non-stop. So you must just imagine you're wet for 24 hours a day. But that aside, I think the other one was in Australia, and there was something called a stinging tree, and we got stung by the stinging tree, and it reacts to your body's temperature changing. But I'm not just talking like a little bee sting or nestle. I'm talking like a hot iron searing your skin. The pain is so severe that your glands instantly swell, you're nauseous, it's completely debilitating. And once you're stung, it can be with you for a very long time. So we had that to deal with in that race, as well as severe sleep monsters. I think my worst sleep monsters was that race. The legs of that race were up to 20 odd hours, and we would run out of water, run out of food. We were delirious, literally on a toe, pulling each other along to get to the next point.
No, it was tough.
For me, that was probably my hardest race. You might have had more.
Yeah, it was. That I think that probably for me as well is the race that probably broke me the most in all aspects. There have been 1 or 2 others. I think for me, possibly Brazil World Championships a year and a half ago. I got very bad feet infection, and the last 2 days was very, very painful for me. I could barely walk, and slowed the team down a fair bit, and the medics actually ended up pulling us off, well, not pulling us off the course, but stopped us for about 5 or 6 hours, you know, in terms of my feet, and forced me onto a drip. And so that for me was probably one of the hardest moments for me in adventure racing.
How exactly are you contributing to the skill and enjoyment of South African outdoor enthusiasts?
Well,
yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are, yeah. We're at, Tatum and I obviously came together racing in 2009 or 2010. No, 2007 actually.
Okay.
And then in 2010, 11, Tatum got hold of a race that she was going to start organising, and from there we formed a partnership, and now we organise 14 races around the country. So we like to get people out and doing trail runs and stuff. You know, that from that point of view, and then from an adventure racing point of view, and just encouraging people out there. We're always, chatting to the new young guys, and we've actually now, as a team, obviously as we slowly sort of get a little bit older and start slowing down maybe a little bit, we're starting to now look at ways of how the Merrell Adventure Addicts can contribute towards growing adventure racing in the future. And we've developed a concept called the Merrell Mentor Team, where one of us takes a group of 3 novices on the big expedition race in this country. And last year, Hanno, our teammate, did it to 3 girls who had never done an adventure race, and big adventure race. And Donovan Sims, our other teammate, is doing it this year at Expedition Africa. And I've started putting on a couple of small 24-hour training exercises for guys to come and learn. So slowly we're actually now going to start giving back, and we're going to put together some adventure camps where guys can come and learn, and we'll give them, some instruction on how to tackle the sport.
You spoke about Expedition Africa. That's obviously the pinnacle of adventure racing in South Africa. But for someone who's looking to your story and just starting out, a young adventure seeker, how would you encourage them to sort of get involved in this sport? Where do they begin?
I think they need to have the basic skills in mountain biking, trail running, and paddling. You need to go away, and you don't need to be experts at any of those sports at all, but you need to be able to do, at least to a beginner level in all those. So just go away and do those, and then look for the adventure race, especially up here in Gauteng. They have Heidi and Stefan, who do Expedition Africa, have a lot of small little adventure races. So go and do those, and then slowly from there you'll build up.
Okay, cool. Well, here comes the rain. Thank you very much for joining us, guys, today, and good luck with the trail race tonight.
Cool.
Thank you very much.